Okay, welcome back to another Let's Play. I think we could finish up Nimdok's story now. Do apologize about updating. I'm not very good at that, but it's something I hope to rectify. Again, the portrait's black. I really think it's only because what I'm running on, but I am doing all the right things, so rest assured I'm getting the good ending. Now, I'm not sure if before I looked at the mirror, so let me just do that.
Oh my God, it is true. 1945, turning my Jewish pet, I have found the lost tribe. It is me.
So Nimdok is actually a self-hating Jew who turned his own parents over to the Nazi army. So imagine like a very evil version of Woody Allen. So let me just talk to the golem. I forgot how to do this. I'm pretty sure it's time is truth.
Time is truth.
Then you tell him that.
Truth is that for me, it shall always be 1945.
Now, I don't know how preposterous it is that the Nazi army would let a Jewish scientist work for them even if he did deny his own heritage. Let me see.
Wake up. The truth.
Trying to do this right. There's really no wrong way to do this so long as you know that he is a Jew. There we go. Now always make sure to tell him to follow my orders or otherwise this thing will go berserk.
All my orders.
Let's just save here. I have my just in case game, just in case I need to start this video all over again. Almost forgot to put on my stopwatch, that would have been bad. Continue playing. There's nothing else here. I always mess this part up. You always have to tell the golem to follow you, otherwise you're not going to get the next scene.
Gollum, follow me into the laboratory.
Now from far away, that thing just looks like Chewbacca, see?
Good to see you.
He has that little sash that Chewbacca always has. Let me just see, let's talk to Mengele. Now the only reason I know the name Mengele is because of pop culture. In Seinfeld they mention his name, so I looked it up on Wikipedia, and as we always know that you can trust the information you find on Wikipedia, as long as it's credible.
How did you escape the mob? Did you forget that the compound has a secret escape route?
Uh-huh.
No matter. You know about the Gollum? Of course. Part of the master plan is to strip the lost tribe of everything.
Bastards.
I read the teletype. What is Project Perfect Image? That was a secret project in the area of... It bestows the clarity to see yourself with utter objectivity.
Nice. So that's why he was able to see himself in the mirror.
You mean that it worked well enough to drive the leader into committing suicide?
Suicide.
The leader's death is a serious blow to us all. But our Gollum is...
Now I remember in the story they would always talk about Nimdok going into a certain area and then coming back white as a sheet. One can only assume that he was made to relive this area of his life and do scientific research for Am to make more, I guess torture for Benny and the others,
I looked
especially Benny.
in the mirror. I now remember everything with crystal clarity. Ah, yes, the youth ceremony. Your research demanded the deaths of many children. Eternal youth.
So there you go.
Servant.
That's how they've been able to be kept alive for so many years.
Your usury can sustain us forever. We have all the time we... Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that line usually flies. Follow me outside. Now, you don't kill Mengele just yet.
Gollum, follow me outside.
Just yet, because he is evil. He's gonna die. We're gonna make sure it happens, folks.
Nimdok, I knew that you would lead us to where the regime would resume its atrocities.
Don't give in to them. With this serum, we can live forever. The research was valid and worked. Don't give them the Gollum. Have it kill them instead.
Now, you got several options here, but, I mean, really, who's going to pick the bad options? Unless you really want to see what happens. It's basically the same little animation every single time. So you transfer control to the Lost Tribe.
I transfer.
So, you admit your... Now the gold...
Get that same animation every single time. And that was it for Nimdok's story. Even though it looks a little grim, we overcame the obstacles that Am had set before us, trying to exploit the flaws in our personality, make us do what he wants us to do.
Since you now identify with...
Yeah. There we go.
Among you shall go next.
Okay, who indeed? First of all, let's save the LP game. And the just-in-case file. Actually, no. I have to save that later. Continue playing. And I'm going in a pretty unorthodox method here, so I'm going to go for Ellen next. Now, Ellen was the only one mentioned to have any sort of race in the story. They mentioned her ebony skin. And what's weird about this is that this was, I don't know, I guess racism wasn't invented back then or something. Or people were a little less testy, perhaps, about racism. But she has very much of a black sass kind of 227 attitude. Yes, it is, Am.
Mother ugly machine. Mission worth undertaking. So it brings me here, junkyard, electronic pyramid nowhere. And yellow. Always yellow. Why does yellow make me sweat?
Now, this story was actually pretty good, I will admit. Not the story, the original one. I mean, Ellen's story within here.
Must be a glitch in the circuitry. This blunt fried eggs. I knew it! You son of a bitch, Am. You fixed it so I can barely touch the water with my fingertip.
Kidding me? I would just get down on all fours, start having at it with that water. Let's go in here.
Very attractive decor. Just like the monitors in the security station at Inside. Hated it then. Hate it now. Nothing.
Now remember, if you look at some of these, you start seeing everybody else's story. Well, that's Ellen's.
Burial chamber. Oh, Anne, you little Dickens. As an interior decorator, kiddo, don't give up your day job.
Although all the voice acting is pretty, bad in this, Ellen's voice acting is actually pretty good. Okay. Skip that. I already said that. Yeah, see? Now that's actually Ted's story right there.
One of the windows.
Now, if I remember correctly, you go in here and there's like a sphinx or something guarding the Holy Grail.
I can't stay here. I gotta get out.
There you go.
Like a bad meal come to life. Why is everything so damned yellow? And why does it terrify me so?
A meal come to life? I'll never get that. That's Benny's story right there.
It breaks my heart.
I think we'll do Benny after this. I'm going to end with maybe Gorrister or Ted.
Thank goodness I was an electrical engineer. I managed to join the wires without frying myself.
Okay, so we join that wiring. I'm almost never sure of what it does. Let's push this monitor. Gorrister's story right there.
Dead dog roadside salute.
And this is the main chamber, where now we see
Lottery.
a secret passage.
Secret passage. Oh my. Now why didn't you let me see that when I was there before, Anne, you rat bastard?
Rat bastard. Nice. Okay, so right now we're going to save this Let's Play, and we're going to move on to the next one. Save, LP game, save, just in case. Okay, and I hope to see you on my next Let's Play.